The Australian Shepherd. It's a name that conjures images of wide-open Australian plains, sheepdogs herding flocks under the scorching sun. But here's a surprise. The Australian Shepherd isn't actually Australian. This beloved breed, known for its intelligence and striking looks, has a history more winding than a sheepdog's trial course. The Australian Shepherd, often called the Aussie, gets its misleading name from a journey that did in fact involve Australia. But their story starts much earlier and in a different part of the world. The Basque people were masters of their craft, and their dogs were an extension of that mastery. These dogs, the ancestors of our modern-day Aussies, were bred for generations to work. They possessed an uncanny ability to control livestock, moving sheep and cattle across challenging landscapes with remarkable precision. Life in the Pyrenees was anything but easy. The terrain was harsh, the weather unpredictable. The Basque shepherds needed dogs that were as tough as the mountains themselves. Dogs that wouldn't back down from a challenge. And that's exactly what they bred for. These early herding dogs were prized for their intelligence, loyalty, and tireless work ethic. They learned to respond to subtle cues from their shepherds, using their keen eyesight and herding instincts to keep the flocks in check. These weren't just dogs, they were invaluable partners, essential to the Basque way of life. The 19th century brought significant changes to the Basque region. This period was marked by a wave of transformation that swept across Europe, and the Basque country was no exception. The traditional ways of life, deeply rooted in agriculture and local craftsmanship, began to shift as new economic opportunities emerged. Industrialization was on the rise, and many Basque people sought new opportunities abroad. The allure of better prospects and the promise of a brighter future drove many to leave their homeland. Factories and industries began to dominate the landscape, altering the social and economic fabric of the region. Seeking a better life, they set sail for new lands, and their loyal canine companions joined them on these journeys. These voyages were often long and arduous, but the hope of a new beginning kept their spirits high. The bond between the Basque shepherds and their dogs was unbreakable, and together they faced the unknown. Some Basque shepherds, drawn by tales of vast grazing lands, set their sights on Australia. The stories of endless pastures and the potential for prosperity were too enticing to ignore. Australia represented a land of opportunity where their skills could be put to good use. Australia, with its burgeoning sheep industry, offered promising opportunities for skilled shepherds. The country's vast and open landscapes were ideal for sheep farming, and the demand for experienced shepherds was high. The Basque shepherds, with their deep knowledge of herding, were a perfect fit for this new environment. The Basque shepherds, along with their talented dogs, found work on Australian ranches, where their expertise was highly valued. Their dogs, known for their intelligence and herding abilities, quickly adapted to the Australian terrain. Together, they became an integral part of the Australian sheep farming industry. The dogs, already renowned for their herding abilities, adapted quickly to the Australian landscape and proved their worth in this new environment. Their skills were unmatched, and they became indispensable to the shepherds. The partnership between the Basque shepherds and their dogs flourished in this new land. Their time in Australia, though, was just another chapter in their incredible journey. The experiences and skills they gained in Australia would serve them well in the future. Little did they know, their journey was far from over, and new adventures awaited them across the ocean. As fate would have it, these Basque herding dogs wouldn't truly make their mark until they reached another continent, North America. The vast and varied landscapes of North America presented new challenges and opportunities for the Basque shepherds and their dogs. In the mid-1800s, as gold fever swept the globe, many Australians, including some of those Basque shepherds, set their sights on the goldfields of California. The promise of fortune and the allure of the American West drew them across the Pacific, where their journey would continue in the land of opportunity. Section 4. The Cowboy's Companion: Life on the American Ranch. The American West, with its vast ranches and burgeoning cattle industry, provided the perfect environment for the Basque herding dogs to truly flourish. These dogs, known for their exceptional herding abilities, were brought over by Basque immigrants who settled in the region. The wide open spaces and the demanding nature of cattle ranching required a dog that was not only intelligent, but also incredibly resilient and hard-working. Ranchers recognized their intelligence, stamina, and natural herding instincts, and these dogs quickly became indispensable assets on cattle ranches throughout the West. The Australian Shepherds, as they came to be known, were not just any dogs. They were partners in the truest sense. Their ability to anticipate the movements of cattle and respond to the commands of their handlers made them invaluable. The dogs, now commonly referred to as Australian Shepherds due to their association with Australian ranchers, thrived in this rugged new world. They adapted to the harsh conditions of the American West, proving their worth time and again. Whether it was herding cattle through rough terrain or standing guard against potential threats, these dogs were always up to the task. They proved their mettle driving cattle across dusty plains, navigating treacherous mountain passes, and protecting livestock from predators. Their agility and endurance were unmatched, allowing them to cover vast distances and handle the most challenging tasks. These dogs were not just herders, they were protectors, always vigilant and ready to defend the herd. Their loyalty, work ethic, and ability to anticipate their handlers' every command earned them a special place in the hearts of cowboys and ranchers. The bond between a cowboy and his Australian Shepherd was one of mutual respect and trust. These dogs were more than just working animals. They were companions who shared in the daily struggles and triumphs of ranch life. The bond between a cowboy and his Australian Shepherd was one built on trust, respect, and a shared understanding of hard work. This relationship was forged through countless hours spent together in the field, working side by side. The dogs learned to read the subtle cues of their handlers, and in turn, the cowboys came to rely on their dogs' instincts and abilities. These dogs weren't just tools of the trade, they were trusted partners, sharing the challenges and triumphs of life on the range. They were there in the early mornings and late nights, through the heat of summer and the cold of winter. The Australian Shepherds were a testament to the enduring spirit of the American West, embodying the values of hard work, loyalty, and resilience that defined the cowboy way of life. Section 5. A blend of excellence, the influence of other herding breeds. As the Australian Shepherd's popularity grew in the American West, they inevitably encountered and bred with other herding dogs, each encounter adding to the rich tapestry of their genetic makeup. The influence of breeds like the Collie, with its herding intelligence and keen focus, and the Border Collie, known for its unmatched herding drive and athleticism, can be seen in the Australian Shepherd we know today. These crosses weren't random, they were often purposeful pairings, intended to enhance specific traits. Ranchers and breeders recognized the strengths of each breed and sought to combine them, creating dogs even better suited to the demands of their work. The result was a dog that possessed the intelligence, stamina, and herding instincts of its Basque ancestors, but with added layers of athleticism, trainability, and that signature herding eye so characteristic of the breed. Section 6. Rising Stars, Aussies, take the spotlight. The Australian Shepherd's rise to fame wasn't solely due to their working prowess. These dogs, often referred to as Aussies, have a rich history that dates back to the early 19th century. Originally bred for herding livestock, their journey from the ranches to the spotlight is nothing short of fascinating. Their striking looks, intelligence, and trainability made them ideal candidates for another emerging form of entertainment, rodeos. With their keen eyes and sharp minds, Aussies quickly adapted to the fast-paced and dynamic environment of the rodeo. The rodeo arena, with its cheering crowds and challenging obstacles, provided a new stage for these versatile dogs to showcase their skills. The atmosphere was electric, and the Aussies thrived under the spotlight, demonstrating their agility and quick thinking. Crowds were captivated by the Aussies' speed, agility, and unwavering focus as they navigated obstacle courses and herded ducks with remarkable precision. Their performances were not just about speed, but also about the grace and fluidity with which they moved. Their intelligence and eagerness to please made them quick learners, able to master complex routines that delighted audiences. From jumping through hoops to intricate herding patterns, the Aussies showcased a range of talents that left spectators in awe. This exposure in the rodeo arena introduced the breed to a wider audience, and their popularity began to soar. People from all walks of life started to take notice of these incredible dogs, and soon, the Australian Shepherd became a household name. Individuals like Jay Sisler, a rancher and horse trainer, played a pivotal role in promoting the breed. Sisler's dedication to the Australian Shepherd was evident in the way he trained and showcased them. Sisler recognized the Australian Shepherd's potential, not just as working dogs, but also as companions and competitors. He saw in them a unique blend of loyalty, intelligence, and versatility that made them stand out. He bred and trained Aussies, showcasing their versatility and intelligence in various competitions, further solidifying their reputation as exceptional canines. Through his efforts, the Australian Shepherd's legacy was cemented, and their journey from humble herding dogs to celebrated stars was complete.